and it's going on. Now it's on the video, and we can later post it and send you the link. All right? Does it sound like an idea?
All right. Go ahead.
So you won't have a link for live for people to watch live, but there'll be a video of it.
I'm not having the live stream. I'm now recording it to a video on the file system. I could do that later on, maybe. Maybe for next time, I'm going to set up live streaming, and I can live stream to that location.
The live stream. Give them the link of this meeting. That's
What? I don't understand, Marcus. What do you mean?
take the link from the address bar of your browsers and give everybody who wants a live stream this link. They will be live streaming here the meeting.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's not live streaming to a link in the browser. It's not live streaming to YouTube or any kind of streaming platform. It's just recording the video on my PC.
Yeah, we don't need live streaming. Everybody who wants to give somebody a live streaming link, just take the link of this meeting, give it to them. They will join. They will be able to listen and even speak. It's better than live streaming. It's live streaming.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer to join as well, but some people prefer to not actually join the meeting.
Tell them that the video is switched off and everybody is on mute. It's totally undangerous, and we don't fight.
I mean,
Okay, so I do have some troubles to understand you clearly. There's always a little crack in it. I hope you can later on listen to it on the video and confirm it. I don't know, but yeah, I think I can get what you say, at least. I don't know what's the problem with it. Maybe it's the server, maybe it's not. I don't know. I was hoping that fairmeeting.net provides a better quality than the default Jitsi. Okay.
Robert, this room is a bit optimized, but not so much. At least this meeting, they can do some optimizations that are significant.
Okay.
All right, so they need to see who was there, from where did they log in, and so on, and then they can make the optimization. So next time it will be better, definitely.
Okay, but we can still keep that link. Is that correct?
We can keep that link, and if we wanted a better one, we could have used the fair meet with instead of word human connection at the end, faircom. That is already optimized, but it's, to be honest, I'm not sure if it would be really better because it's optimized for Europe and for Austria. So I think it doesn't make a difference. I would just tell them to optimize for next time, and we'll see. Okay.
All right. Great. That is an amazing idea. Also, the URL now sends human connection, but this is a network, like a meeting with several networks at a time, and maybe we want as a start we want to give this thing a name. Is it a good idea, or is it not a good idea?
yeah,
I'm completely with you.
Yes, Francesca, do you have a good idea for a name? OAE. Open App Ecosystem. Yes, okay. Open App Ecosystem, as long as everybody understands what the abbreviation is for. Okay. Is it possible to have...
We can start with that, and if we get a better name in the future, but yeah, with something that's not connected with any project, so it is like an umbrella for everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Marcus, is it possible to use a link that has this name in the URL?
Of course. I mean, I can try to make it with this, but then again, I'm not sure if they can do the optimization connections from this channel, if I have to make a new, I will clarify that I will have results.
Okay. Okay, we keep that for later. For me, it's really difficult to hear you, by the way. So if I'm not responding, or maybe it's just because I didn't hear you well. Okay, so yeah, I think I have just these four points on my list. I would like to find a regular time, a name, and what was there? Yeah, the video conference link, like this one, the OAE link, and a place where we might chat with each other. So last time when Simon was joining us, Simon of WeChange, he said we want to have a platform independent chat room for real-time communication. Do we already have something? Did I think last time we used Rocket Chat or something. Is there something we agreed on? Do we have something already? And I forgot
Yes,
it?
last time there was basically the minimal or the smallest thing we could agree to, or the one thing everybody could agree to is that chat room, and it's on his platform currently. So I will share the link with that in an instant.
Yeah, I think Tibor already shared with us.
Oh. Can you hear me better now, by the way?
No, I'm hearing everyone as bad as before.
You're very loud. I can understand you, but you're very loud.
Oh, I heard I am low, so I tuned up my volume 2 times. Okay, sorry.
That's not better.
Okay.
Better?
Yeah. Not so much distorted now.
Okay, then this should be fine, isn't it?
You're totally understandable.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, apart from these bullet points, I think I'm okay. Maybe we have a couple of new faces, and they just don't know what's going on here. What's this meeting about? Maybe Tibor. Maybe you can tell, for example, Maxence, who's working for Nextcloud and is implementing ActivityPub there. Tell us a little bit about the idea of this cooperation, Tibor.
Yeah, sure. The idea that's been around a while is to interconnect different platforms through technology. The common technology is now available. It's ActivityPub, and so we all got together kind of by sort of while looking into activity on the GitHub. And our chats coincided, and then we met up, and then things got the past coming back of trying to connect platform, and a lot of links. Might it be Francesco in Gen Network, Fair Co-op Network. We work with many networks like Miko Rizal, Value Network, also CE. A lot of people are working around like Mastodon, PeerTube, all the platforms around the W3C. I guess the next cloud is Loop, so that's really great news. I didn't know. And I think the objective kind of make a priority of our forms, and also test cases that we can test each other's developments of ActivityPub while cross-connecting. I think that's maybe a short description. If that's okay with everyone, I guess that's it, no?
Yeah, maybe we can ask Maxence directly if you did understand Tibor and you get an idea what this meeting is about.
I wouldn't say it seems pretty clear for me, but I had a global idea of the concept.
All right, maybe you can tell us a little bit how you use ActivityPub for Nextcloud Social, or maybe what is Nextcloud Social?
Well, it's right now it's just a single app that you can it's in alpha development for sure, but we're just going there step by step. The idea is just to see how the ActivityPub is working, and then trying to use it for the social way, I would say, like the same one that Mastodon, and see what we can do with that regarding decentralized citing the internet. And then if we see that we manage to make it work and we see that the people kind of enjoy it, how to implement more ActivityPub within the of Nextcloud, but this is the next steps, I would say.
Yes, excellent. I think we can learn a lot from you since you have some experience with it. Before I'm continuing on asking you, did I onboard everyone now? Like I see a fair chatter and I see Josipovic. Are you new to this meeting, or maybe I just don't recognize your name? Maybe you can say something. Both of you are muted. Or if you have troubles with your microphone, you can just also chat.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you might know me. It's the name that's different.
So I know you from Agile Ventures. Is it Joseph?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know you. So Joseph I'm in an online learner community, which is called Agile Ventures, and that's where I know Joseph from. And I guess Matt, I know you from this community as well, and you probably sent the link to Joseph as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I sent it there.
Okay, cool. So Joseph, social network, ActivityPub is a W3 standard in order to exchange content between those, and it's a big effort for several networks to collaborate. And I'm trying to get, and we all are trying to get more people on board who work on the same thing and learn from each other and get experience from each other, and also connect, for example, Nextcloud to human connection to Connectee to WeChange, and so on. All right, finding use cases and implementations of this standard. Does it make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and there's one more. Like there's one fair chatter. Maybe you are also new. This is now it's no, Mike. Okay, so Mike also is from this online learner community. Hi, Mike. Say hello. Hi. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just here. Hello.
Cool. Okay, so this is also relevant maybe for the others, namely Tibor and Maxence. That for example, Mike, Joseph, Matt are all volunteers who are willing to, for example, contribute to implementations of ActivityPub. All right. So this meeting could also be the starting point for someone of you getting in touch with new open source contributors. Yeah, so Tibor is right now, he's telling in the chat, you can leave their emails. I think you can also post once the link again to the Rocket chat. I'm also looking for it right now. Scrolling up the chat history. Tibor, where is...
I think it's better if we use the chat of Rocket Chat, so we'll keep the log.
Yes, exactly. That was my idea. There it is.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
So we agreed on a platform-wide chat for real-time communication, and the platform-wide chat for real-time communication is, you can find it in this link. This link.
Ah,
So everyone who is interested into that can go there and, for example, say, "Hello, everyone." Okay, good. Now, what my work on ActivityPub since the last 2 weeks. So we had a meeting 2 weeks ago, and what I did was, I don't know ActivityPub very well, and I have other duties, but I learned a little bit. I found a matrix where you can see the different platforms who are already using ActivityPub and see what part of ActivityPub they are already implementing. And I learned that, for example, Mastodon is completely built on top ActivityPub now. That was also very new to me. And I'm also supervising a bachelor thesis, and we had our first iteration. This bachelor thesis is all about ActivityPub. I will once again share the link to our meeting. Here's the standard, so everyone's on track. Is it? Yes. And I think they have this implementation report. Yeah, so here you can see how many networks are already on it, and how much they, which parts of the standard they are already implementing. And I'm trying to, I'm a big fan of test-driven development. And I was looking for tests, and I was expecting Mastodon to have some tests where you can see how ActivityPub is implemented. Something like get all posts from one profile. But I couldn't find it. So when I go to GitHub and search for Mastodon, I can see that they are using Circle CI, but I cannot see any tests related to ActivityPub. So now I was asking, for example, Tibor or maybe Maxence, if you have a test setup, and if you already have software tests for example ActivityPub that you could share with us. Maxence and Tibor.
Sorry, I don't. What I'm asking you is fully compatible with ActivityPub? If I already made some tests about this.
I was just looking for an implementation of ActivityPub, and I was expecting that I would see a software test, which is, for example, crawling an endpoint for ActivityPub, let's say. Okay? So we can see an example of an implementation of ActivityPub.
I know there is a way to test it. I don't really get the question if you
Yeah, maybe.
are you looking for a way to test an ActivityPub instance of ActivityPub?
Yeah. You were working on Nextcloud Social, right?
Yeah.
Do you have? Is it open source?
Yeah, of course it's open source.
Maybe you want to send us a link.
Okay, just give me a second. Well, it's still in alpha. There's a lot of French.
Yeah, it's always the case. So we are also in a very early stage. So just maybe as a summary, Human Connection is not currently implementing ActivityPub at all. We're still getting familiar with it.
You link to the GitHub.
Nice.
So you're gonna need to install Nextcloud and then to install that
Yeah.
application also within Nextcloud.
So
If you never used Nextcloud before.
okay, so you got one
And it's
one more star on GitHub just now.
Thanks. It's in PHP.
All right, and is there
And
is there
Francesco, I would like to use the other chat, but I had some issue to get the mail, to get the confirmation mail, but it's fine.
Hmm. Do you use software tests?
No.
Okay.
We don't do any tests in local, and I still haven't tried the test endpoints provided by activitypub.rocks. There is a way to test but I know I won't pass a lot of tests because it's still in alpha state. It's more about writing the framework right now than writing creating all the activity pub objects.
Mm. Okay.
In the
Yes, Tibor.
in the activity pub website, there is a test suite.
Can you give me the link, maybe?
Is the website of ActivityPub of the developer.
So I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the last 3 sentences. So you said there's a link on the ActivityPub Rocks website where we can have an endpoint. Is that correct?
Yeah, there is a test suite you can find in the middle of the page.
It's just in the testing suite.
Yes, the test suite. I think I went through it, but from what I could get is that I just say which part I'm implementing, and then they say submit, and then okay, maybe I just with the first time when I did it, I was just selecting the wrong protocol. All right, so yeah, maybe we can use it for testing. Yeah, I was also thinking about a software test where you have, for example, spin up your server, and then you create some data, and then you send an HTTP request to that endpoint, and then you see some data, for example. That would be also really great. Okay, cool. Yeah, actually, I'm very happy so far. Or maybe Tibor, do you have something? So we are currently in the state that we would like to, see some code maybe, and also try to get that into human connection. Do you have something like that we can maybe look at, or in Community?
Our main implementation for the moment, as I said last time, basically we use activities for our notifications, and all our we have all the verbs from Activim that are already implemented, and what we will be from end of the year or bigger will be all the endpoints to connect to. So today, all the notifications you can see connector are activity stream based.
Okay.
So just for those who are listening at Activity Pub, it is based on a verb
I did not hear
definition.
anything.
Hello?
Yeah, Martin has some connectivity problems. Just repeat the last sentence, Tibor.
I was just saying that
I can just understand Robert very pretty well, but I hear nothing from Tibor. And the log match says he can't also understand him.
Yeah, maybe just continue on, Tibor. I can hear at least, and maybe if for example Martin reloads the page, maybe the issue is resolved. I don't know. What browser are you using, by the way, Martin?
I'm using Firefox, the latest.
Right now I'm using Chromium. Maybe that helps.
I reloaded. See you.
Is it better? Hello?
I don't think so. I think Martin is reconnecting.
It's better for me, but you haven't done very much. So.
Okay. I'll try to speak slowly, so maybe we get less lost.
Yeah, and I think also if the connection is such a big problem, maybe we just get back to Hangouts. So in this online learning community, we usually use Hangouts. I mean, Jitsi is great, but if the connection is so bad, I wouldn't mind to use Google Hangouts.
Ich kann da an den Tisch kommen.
Now we hear you, Martin. You're unmuted. I think. Okay, but the point that I'm going to make is if the connection is so bad that we are always breaking up and it's hard for us to understand, I think our time is better used if we just use something that's a little more reliable.
Sure, Robert, but I think anywhere we will be, since we are quite a few, it will become, it's like a limit of the numbers with these video conferences, is that we can't be too many. Otherwise, it just becomes a bit too complicated.
Or maybe we say let's do more chat instead of video conferencing. And the video conferencing is something like optional. Everyone who wants can join, and everyone who wants to learn ActivityPub can join, especially our open source contributors. And there should always be at least, for example, one person from one of the social networks, like you, me, Simon, or Maxence now, and just tune in and get some sync. Or do you think that's a bad idea because we're getting out of sync then? Okay, I'm back.
You have an ontology, and you can. Yeah, we can hear you, Robert.
Ah, cool.
You have an ontology, and you follow it precisely with the way it's defined, and anyone can plug onto anyone's RSS as long as it's public. And so ActivityPub is something very similar, and it's just a question of implementing it, each of us on our platforms. And then if you have a platform that has similar philosophy or similar openness or whatever, then connect your APIs together, and your users can interconnect between platforms, the news feeds, etc., or different pieces of web social group can interact.
All right. Yeah. Are there more questions from the open source contributors? So I guess someone was asking a question, and you just answered it, Tibor.
Yeah, I think you asked them to share about how they're using it in Communicator. I think you were talking about testing.
For the moment, actually, we're just lacking resources to go through with the endpoint implementation. So we've got all the verbs, everything is implemented, and now we're just trying to finish up things and trying not to take more orders and jobs to try and get this ActivityPub implementations out there. but it's quite hard. So if anybody wants to code PHP and MongoDB in a connector context using ActivityPub, they are more than welcome. So we are lacking resources. We're trying to get new ones, but we're at one of those points.
Francisco is saying in the chat that he would like.
So sorry guys,
Open
my computer could just
topic.
crashed.
Okay, we're talking about a place, a forum where people can coordinate about looking for technical help to implement ActivityPub, and also make people know, hey, we are working on this. We want to join the party. And so I'm going to share a specific link to a topic where all of you can join and say what you think about a new category or a new way of managing the forum in which new projects can join in and say basically, hey, we need help. So things are moving forward. And yeah, that's it about this. I think I've been looking for this for long. I was waiting for this meeting for long. I'm really happy that this is already out there.
Well done, Francisco. Great.
Thank you.
Great
Yes,
job.
well done.
And,
I'm also very happy about
always
this
good
meeting.
to connect more connectors to the
Yeah.
all together, because I think we're all going to be at one point talking the same ActivityPub ontology, and it's good, cool, super.
Yes. And about the meetings, for example, the WTC is using Mumble. That as event in the beginning to like slow down the amount of data that is going through the network, and maybe can be interesting to use it if we see in the future that that is impossible to have a big meeting with so many people. Maybe Mumble can be a solution. I don't know. Take a look.
This is Martin speaking. I'm from Human Connection, and 1 month ago I set up a Mumble server, and Mumble is pretty perfect with speech, but you're not able to share a desktop or something like that, at least not with a normal distribution. So that was a hard need for us, so we are still searching for other tools. For just calling or phoning, it's perfectly well.
Okay.
Are there other experiences with Mumble, or maybe you can have some plugins, or I don't know.
Is the meeting breaking down, or do I just have no sound?
I can hear fine. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, sometimes it seems somebody is not to hear, like Tibor 10 minutes ago.
I can hear.
I had to restart my browser.
Yeah, I can hear Martin, Matt, and Tibor very well right now. Although my computer just crashed a couple of minutes ago, and I had to reconnect.
And I mean that it may be to do with using the to stream, not to stream, but to record the video, Robert. I'm assuming it's not being recorded any longer as well.
It is recorded. Can you hear me, Matt?
Robert?
Yeah, I'm muted.
Robert, are you here?
Oh.
Robert is out.